So is this your first time in Detroit?
Yeah, first time.
Yeah. What do you think
Yeah,
about
dude.
it?
It's fucking pretty sick, dude.
It's
I'm
not
impressed.
bad, huh?
Yeah, no, it's not bad at all. You know, I'm from New York originally, so I'm like used to a big city. I lived in Astoria, Queens for a really long time, and it's nice to like be back in like a city feel. It's pretty fucked up how like what my brain was already interpreting Detroit to be like,
Yeah.
because it wasn't good, to be honest.
I
with
know,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like I think that just growing up and hearing like when like the automotive industry
Boomed.
kind of happened, and then everything was like Detroit was like the fucking economic capital of the country at one point, and then everything happened and then went bust. And I remember just like years ago seeing online like homes, like these dilapidated, rundown homes. Nobody lives in them anymore for like $100, dude. You can buy them for like $100.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that shit. So I don't know what I was expecting, but it is the complete opposite of it.
I was expecting 8 Mile.
Is it?
Like I was like, yo, like it's gonna be wild out there. And then I was like, all right, I gotta head on a swivel. I was like, all right, da. And then I roll in here and I'm like, hey, it's pretty cool, and it has a really good vibe, a really good feel. And then in this area, because I've only been in this area so far in downtown, but usually downtown's like, I mean, LA's downtown's terrible.
Sucks.
So it's like,
Sucks, dude. I thought like that's what I was coming into in Detroit.
yeah,
You know, like a LA version
of Detroit, yeah,
of
East
in
Coast LA
Detroit.
version.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I thought as well.
But our friend Megan moved out here and was like, "Oh, I love it. I love it." I was like, "Really?" And she's like, "Yeah, I love it." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So that already like changed my like, okay, well, I'm sure it's not what I'm expecting, but I'm glad that Megan loves it and she feels safe there. Awesome. I can't wait to get there.
Yeah.
And I get there. First of all, I didn't know how close Detroit was to Canada. Did you?
Me neither. Me neither. I was like, hey, if you take this left, you're in Canada.
Yeah.
If you don't take it.
Bro, I got in late. I was trying to find a dispensary because I like to fuck with those like
The drinks?
the drinks.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So and it was already getting late. It was like 9 something, and I was like, oh, this dispensary's close. It's like 1.6 miles. I'll just Uber over there real quick. And then when I called them, I was like calling the number just to make sure, see what time they were going to be open, just to double check. And then it said like Windsor, Canada. I was like, Canada? What the fuck? I was like, yo, I'm calling a dispensary in Canada that's 1.6 miles away from here.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I was telling Ronnie, I go, it's almost as if like, because El Paso is like that too.
Oh,
like
okay.
if you go to downtown El Paso, there's a spot where there's a little land bridge, a walking bridge, and you just walk over into Mexico.
Damn.
And it's like, it costs 50 cents.
Wow.
It costs 50 cents just to walk over to Mexico. I was like, oh, this is crazy.
That is crazy.
And then so like here, I was telling her too, I was like, I pull off this exit. One exit is just to downtown, and the exit is like, yo, this is taking you right to Canada.
No, there's like a tunnel and a bridge, it looked like. One,
Yeah.
And I had no idea. I had to
Great.
actually look on the map. Every time I travel, I go on to like Google Maps.
Yeah.
And then I kind of just zoom out so I can see like where I am in the country or the world, and I just take a little screenshot.
Yeah.
So then like I can always like go back through those and be like, man, look at all these cool places that I've been.
There's so many places you could just drive to for a day and come back. Like
From
around.
here?
Yeah.
I know, dude.
I was like, oh, I'm this close to, like, Chicago doesn't even stand that far.
Like I don't think anybody would want to go to Ohio, but you can if you wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like less than an hour. I think it's close.
It's insane. I was like, oh, so especially like when you watch football, you're like, oh, they don't even have to travel that far to go from one game to the next.
And Detroit is such a good like sports city anyway, with like the Red Wings and the Lions, and I mean, the cool thing about like this club and its location is right across the street is the stadium where the Tigers play.
Yeah. Dude, I was like, as soon as I got in, I was like, I already knew Pistons were out of the NBA Finals. I was like, oh shit. I was like, well, that's kind of a good thing. But then I was like, oh, baseball, and I was like, oh, I like baseball. And then I seen that they were playing, and I was like, oh, they're playing Seattle, so I could definitely root for the Detroit because I'm an A's fan. Yeah. So I was like, oh, this is dope. It's a really sweet little area, and then the club is great.
Club is amazing, bro.
Yeah.
It's just the whole. I'm just impressed by the whole city. My Uber driver was telling me when he was bringing me in here that Detroit is so safe. You can walk around. You don't have to worry about anything. The police presence is good, but they don't fuck with you. They just want to make sure that they just want people to see that they're around, so you don't fuck around. And do stupid things, And that's totally the impression that I got, because you'll see police presence, but they're standing outside, they're talking to each other, they're laughing, people know them and they stop and talk to them. But just having them around, showing, that's what the Uber driver was saying, that like helped clean up and make the city like kind of a safe feel. And like there's just like this park that stretches all the way through. The views from where I'm staying are incredible. I'm really impressed, man. Detroit looks fucking
dude. I'm like I'm glad that we have a club here now. So it's like, because like being here, I'm like, I want to come back. I want to come back when there's like a Michigan football game. Oh, yeah. I was like, I was like, dude, I was like, yeah, I'd like to come back. I'd like to schedule some stand up when there's like, when the season's happening. Oh yeah. I was like, that'd be dope, man. I really like it too, and also too, like I noticed it's very like it for some reason, I don't know, for me, like it seems very like neat and structure, and it does also have like this little town feel to it a little bit. Like it's so weird.
It is weird, like that, because it feels like. It's so weird because I'm still trying to grasp like how big downtown Detroit is, because sometimes you go to like some smaller cities and they have a little downtown, but like you can it's just that, a little downtown.
Yeah.
This is a bigger city that feels like a little downtown because it feels clean. It feels like you still have that big city feel, but it doesn't feel like, New York City. It doesn't even feel like the city of like San Francisco, which is also another good sized city. It has that homey feel that, like, I don't know, it's definitely got like, it's a soul to it. I love like cities with souls, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, this is definitely one of them.
I can't wait to check out the food scene here too. Like I haven't even like touched, like I was talking to Ronnie and she was like, oh, you got to go to this place, got to go to that place. And it's like, we haven't even like seen the tip of it. Just like,
Yeah. Like this Detroit style pizza.
Yes.
Yeah. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm here, so I got to get it.
Yeah.
But I want to make sure I get it from like the right spot.
Yeah, I didn't know that you lived in New York though for a while.
That's where I was born and raised. Like
that's
from
great.
there.
So when did you get to San Diego?
I moved to San Diego like 13 years ago, so maybe like 2013.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then so growing up in New York, like what kind of scene were you in?
I didn't start doing stand up until is that what you're talking about, or just like
like any scene, like skateboarding or like what you call like because you're big into photography as well.
Yeah. I grew up like, I don't know, I like everything.
Yeah.
So I grew up, I was like in the car scene, but like in the music scene, I used to be in a band with my friends. Like it was a 7-piece ska band, dude. We used to play like punk ska music. We won our talent show 2 years in a row, junior year and my senior year of high school. But I also wanted to like be like a director, so I went to school for film and television, and became a photographer. And then now I'm doing stand-up and photography, a lot of videography too.
Yeah. Okay.
Because that was really what I wanted to do. But then it kind of like fell in. I started working for like HBO and 20th Century Fox right out of college. And you start at like the bottom. So
like
I was waking up
shit.
I was the stage manager PA. So I had to be the first one there to open the entire stage. We were filming in Bayonne, New Jersey. And I would wake up at 4:00 in the morning, shower, drive to Bayonne, New Jersey. But I would have to stop at a gas station and grab like different types of newspapers. I would have to stop at like Dunkin' Donuts and grab different donuts and coffee, and I had to bring all that shit. So when I opened the stage, I would set it all out, turn all the lights on, and then when like each department would show up, there'd be food and donuts and coffee and papers and shit for them. So that was awful. But the rest of the day was dope because it was like a union job. So like I couldn't do anybody else's job because like sometimes I just get bored and I'm like, let me just sweep around. Mm-hmm. So one time I was like sweeping up all the sawdust and they were like, yo, put that down. You can't do that shit. That's our job. I was like, okay.
Yeah, they get pissed. They were like, yo, you're taking my job over here, buddy. Yeah. Fuck you doing? Yeah, it's like if you start doing that, then it looks like I don't have none. Then they'll start getting rid of me, type of shit.
Dude, the union is very specific. Like there's like very like it's almost like it was immediate. Like yo, you're not even. It's even though you want to do it and it's cool with us, you're not allowed to fucking do that. Yeah. Put the broom down.
We love the gesture.
That's our shit. Yeah. So I was bored like the whole time. Like just I was watching them build the set. There was a show It was called The Jury, and Fox bought it for like 13 episodes, and then they canceled it after that. So, but they had to build everything. They had to build the courtrooms. They had to build, and the cool thing about it, it was also on the same set where they filmed Oz. You remember Oz, that show?
Yeah,
on
I remember
HBO?
Oz. Yeah, HBO. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it was on the same place, so we still had that set all there. So, all day long they're building and moving shit back and forth, and finally, like when they started shooting, it got really cool because like it's awesome to be like on set when they're filming,
Yeah.
But then those hours got like super long because of like call times and SAG rules. And then because I was the first one in and the last one out, bro, there was times I'm doing like 14, 15-hour days. And then I had to drive all the way back home.
Yeah.
And
especially in LA traffic.
No, this was in New York.
Oh, this is New York. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
this is in
Okay.
New Jersey. It was in
That's why you said Bayonne.
New Jersey.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
But yeah, in the traffic, like on a Friday night, sometimes it would take me 3 hours to get home.
Fuck you.
So it was just crazy. But then by the time the weekend came, like Saturday, fucking forget it, dude. I'm not waking up early. There's nothing I'm doing. I'm exhausted. And then finally, Saturday night comes. I might go out with my friends. And then Sunday, I'm already like, oh, fuck, I got to go to bed early tonight. And I got work tomorrow. So it was grueling. It would have been a lot better if I lived closer. And if I did those hours, I would have been able to like become like the next thing. And then you could be an AD, which is the assistant director. And then you had to do like, I forgot the exact amount of hours, but thousands of hours among like next to it, the director. And then after that, you can become a director and start directing your own shit.
Interesting. I didn't know there was like, it was almost like you got to put in time for it. I thought it was just like, oh, okay, that's what you want to do. Then you just have to figure out how to get projects to do it. Yeah. Oh, okay. So it's like, it's in that aspect. Oh, man, interesting.
Yeah, it was totally different than what, like, things have totally changed, and that's like the most frustrating part about going to college, learning film, television, learning how to do everything right, the right frame rates, the lighting, white balance, everything.
Yeah.
Hiding like lav mics, you know what I'm saying? And then now you're watching these like 20-year-old kids who don't know shit about dick, just recording on anything that they have,
using their headphone
in
mic,
automotive, yeah, like using a DJI mic clipped to like a wooden spoon,
yeah,
or just holding it.
I seen someone holding it. That irritates me. I hate that big giant one.
It pisses me off, dude. It pisses me off.
I don't like the way it looks. It's just aesthetically ugly.
So ugly. And then some people, and the road ones are even worse. You know, the big roads. And then people put them in the shirt and they clip and they hang and they look like an asshole. And they don't care. Nobody cares. You look at the views. It's all about the content.
It's
dude.
all about, yeah.
And like that's the thing. Like my brother said to me a long time ago, because I was always a PlayStation guy over him, and like he used to be an Xbox guy. I think he's converted now, and he's more of a PlayStation guy. But like back in the day, we used to argue, "Oh, PlayStation's better than." And then my brother Tim would be like, "Yo, sometimes like look at Nintendo, because their shit isn't. They're not trying to compete with like the best processing speeds and graphics with like Microsoft and Sony are doing.
Mm-hmm.
But their games are so fun that nobody gives a shit. It's not about like the graphics. It's just about the content.
Yeah,
that's what draws in the people. And it's the same thing with video. Like it doesn't matter, because for me, I'm like, nah, I'm gonna shoot with an ND filter at 24 frames per second because this is the right way to do it. And
yeah,
then other people just auto
and just don't give a fuck.
But as long as the content's good, the viewers don't give a shit either.
They don't care. They don't care how they're feeling. They don't care how it's made. They just like, does it taste good? And on top of that, sometimes it doesn't even taste good. It's just like, I'm just used to this.
Yeah.
I'm just used to this. Whatever you serve.
Right.
It's funny because you were talking about also things changing. Like you learn how to do these things, and then like that changes. But also too, like even like frame rates all of a sudden change too, or even cameras get so updated to where a point it's like, oh well, everything that I learned on doesn't even matter. And the fucked up thing about it was like that was only 5 years ago. It's moving so fast,
bro. It's crazy because I remember. So I graduated high school in '99, so I was in college. The rest, like the later part of '99, 2000, 2001, 2002, right? So, at that time, HD TVs were coming out.
Yeah.
Like the first flat screens were coming out. And I remember the teachers telling us, like, yo, we used to get away with, like, just bullshit staging. Like, and, like, something that's plastic that you can paint to make it look like it's, like, I don't know what that container on top of that refrigerator is. But he's like, with HD, we're not really going to be able to get away with that anymore. So the crafts department, like the department has
The design department,
yeah,
like,
like
has to
they
step
all
up.
have to like step up and like get better shit so it doesn't look so cheesy and corny. And then we're like, the school had really good equipment, so we would take out these really nice, digital, but like still recording on tapes, and we would go to the department to digitize it. So all the film that we recorded, we would go into the digitizer, stick the media in there, and then have it digitized to a digital file that then we can edit.
Yeah.
With a program called Avid that we
I remember
using.
Avid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Avid
It took hella long to like what was the word? Render. It took forever to render.
Oh, it was a totally different process, time consuming, but like, to think now that like 20 years later, dude, like we're recording on our phones in 4K,
Yeah.
240 frames per second in 4K.
Yeah.
Slow mo. The lavalier mics that are just so small. And I love like the DJI mic, like the mic mini, and it's small, it's easy to hide. It's got limiters built in. Some of them have 32-bit float audio, which is like I couldn't even imagine having that technology all in like a pocket. In your pockets when I was in like film school,
dude.
Back in the early
even
2000s.
when I first started doing podcasts, when it was just all audio, but now everything turned to all video.
Yep.
And it was like, oh, you need cameras.
Yeah.
But now, like, I had this podcast setup. It's a portable podcast setup.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, I have a studio wherever I go now.
Yeah.
And so it's a crazy.
And you put it in a backpack, bro.
Yeah, I put it in a backpack.
You put it in a fucking backpack. That's like what I'm saying. Like you couldn't even fathom having, what do you got? Like a 3-camera setup here.
Yeah.
Good audio.
I could have, and I
On
brought
an
two
iPad.
extra. So I brought two extra cameras in case we want some other shots, or if we get a third guest.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay,
Incredible.
So it's like it's a trip, and then also too with like things changing in with the equipment stuff, like especially like in comedy too, like everything changes rapidly. Like what is not anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like even like bookers, like that shit changed. Like I've spent all this time getting in with this comedy club, and now.
That's the hardest part is it does take so long to get into a club. It does take and then no, they got a new booker. Okay, so who's the booker over there? Let me try to get in with this booker. Maybe I couldn't get in with the other booker. Maybe but
yeah,
you still
I'll be this
grow
guy's
as a
guy.
comic. So yeah. And then you finally get in with that booker, and you're getting booked at the show. You're getting booked, and then all of a sudden, that booker's gone.
He embezzles, and now you're fucking
and now
right
you're
back
like,
to the
fuck, I'm back to the drawing board. It doesn't like roll over. The new booker doesn't just come in and say like, who was the other booker booking so I can keep booking? In a sense, I think something like that.
Sometimes, but it's rarely.
But then you got to start all over.
Well,
again.
that's the thing. If you're in that scene or in that community, yes, it's easier. But if you're not, if you're from somewhere else, and that was kind of like on your yearly rotation, you're like, oh, dude, like, no, I'm da da da, and that's because same with me, like in this purgatory of comedy where it's like there's no managers, no agents, none of that, no representation for you. So it's like you have to do everything yourself. So you got to constantly keep popping in emails, type of thing.
I was at a festival one time. I got there were two bookers and club owners that gave me paid work at their club. 6 months later, one of the clubs closed down, dude, and I was like, fuck, dude. You know what I mean? It's like it's just what happens, it's frustrating always having to kind of stay on top of it. But yeah, just like you said, it's always changing. That's just the way that it is, it's always evolving.
So you've been doing stand-up now for probably what, like 6-7 years?
So I actually started in the very end of 2016, December 2016.
Mm-hmm.
And then I dabbled a little bit in 2017 just because life was, so crazy that year for me personally. And then at the end of 2017, I really started going a lot. And then 2018, 5 nights a week, every week.
Mm-hmm.
Just I had a notebook where every time I went to a club and did a spot, every time I went to a place and did a set, boom, just mark in 5, 10, 15. And then so it was hundreds and hundreds and hundreds by the end of 2018, 2019. And then I started working at the Comedy Store in La Jolla as a door guy.
Okay.
The very, very end of 2019. Worked there for like 3 months until the pandemic shut everything down.
Oh yeah.
So during that time, like I don't really count 2020 as like a full year of doing stand up for me because we only did it for 3 months. You know, in San Diego, it was like really shut down. We were doing like parking lot shows and shit, but like, and but I don't really. I'm not going to count that as a full year. You know what I mean? And then in 2021, it didn't even like. I remember I think it was like June 21st is when like San Diego and like LA and Southern California officially
opened up. Yeah.
Yeah. Was it the same up in? Were you in Sacramento?
No, I left. I had left. I moved to Vegas because like I went to Vegas I went to Reno first to go place a bet on the playoffs, and I was like, yo. And when I went to place the bet, the restaurants were open and people were eating inside without masks, and then the movie theater was open, and I was like, I love a movie, you know. So I was like, yo, I took myself out to dinner and I went and seen a movie, and I placed my bet, and I was like, yo, if this is open, then Vegas has to be open because it's Nevada. So the next day I bought a plane ticket and I shot over there, and I landed, and you know, all the comics that were out there were working and hanging out. Like Jack Jr. was out there, and he was at the Laugh Factory, and he ends up telling Matt that I'm in town that that owns the Stratosphere, the LA Comedy Club inside the Stratosphere. And he goes, Carlos is in town. He's like, yeah. And he goes, let me, I'm gonna call him. So he calls me. He's like, hey man, what are you doing here? And I was like, I'm just hanging out. He says, well, I need a feature. Do you mind featuring? And I was like, not at all. I would love to do stand-up comedy, you know? So I was like, yeah, dude. He goes, all right, cool. For the whole week. And I was like, yeah. Dude. So I just did the whole week. And then I was like, this is dope. And it was all open. And that was, that was January 6th. That was when they stormed the Capitol. That was that day.
Oh shit! Dude.
Yeah, so it was
crazy. That's great. What an opportunity, dude. You know.
Yeah.
I'm sure they were like just when the rest of the country shut down, people just they just do their own thing, do what like. And during that time, people were going they were going to be with some family, and then places that were open like Vegas.
What did you for COVID? You were in San Diego, and
so I'm a wedding photographer, and I had I lost every single wedding that I had booked that year because everything was closed. I was collecting unemployment and just laying low. It was just like what everybody else was doing, dude. You couldn't work, there was nothing really to do. And I'm a germaphobe.
Already,
already. So I was kind of like, fuck. I saw it coming, dude. I remember like in January that year, like just being on stage. I'm like, you guys worried about this coronavirus? And then people in the audience are like, nah. And I was like, oh shit. I don't know, dude.
You should be. No, I remember that. I remember, but that it was. I remember hearing about it, and it'd be very faint, and it was kind of like coronavirus. Was like, oh yeah, whatever. It's like pig flu or
like Ebola, because Ebola right now is popping off in Africa.
Yeah. And they were,
but I'm not really worried that it's going to come here because we've seen that pattern so many times in our growing up.
Yeah.
Like I remember, like even like 10 years ago, it'd be like, oh, Ebola's on the rise, and then all of a sudden it just goes away. People aren't really talking about it anymore. So I think a lot of people thought the same thing was happening with COVID,
that. And well, we had already seen like bird flu and pig virus and all that. It's like swine flu. Yeah. But then like some shit popped off on that cruise recently. And
I'm
like,
virus?
Is that what it? Yeah. And I was like, why isn't that not being talked about? Or that seems a little scary because those guys people were definitely dying on that boat. They're like, what, the three out of four people like succumbed to their illness. I was like, are you serious?
Dude, there was what was it? Gene Hackman or whatever.
Yeah, Gene Hackman. Wife. I don't know what they died of.
Virus, bro.
Oh shit! That's what that was.
They died from that shit at their home in Northern California.
Shut the fuck up.
That's how they were found dead in their home, and they were like, dude, how did these people die? And then it came back that they had virus. They got virus. That comes from like mouse shit and like rat shit.
Oh, okay.
And you get it by like touching something that was contaminated with that and ingesting it.
Oh,
so
no.
It's not supposedly not really like human to human, like
yeah.
Oh, now you get it. It's not supposed to be like that.
Okay.
So that's why they're not really worried about like a pandemic. But if there was rat droppings and some shit on that cruise, then people
were fucking with it, or it's got somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, man. I remember when the coronavirus was like being talked about in like December at one point, like before it popped off, and then it was like very faint, and then it kept talking about, and I just remember just thinking beer because Corona sounds like a beer, and I was like, and then once it shut down though, the March 15th or something like that,
14th, like 15th? Tom Hanks, like the first guy to get that shit. And
he
was
like, in Australia, and
here.
Dude, I lost hella followers because I was like, I had posted like after he got it, like a couple days later, I go, I was like, R.I.P. Tom Hanks. You were the and then people were like, that's not even funny. That's not funny. You're a hack and this and that. And people all unfollowed me. I was like, I don't give a fuck.
Who cares, dude?
What?
Yeah,
It's cracking.
it's cracking.
What is it? What's going on over there?
One of the cool things about this club that I just learned is that they do these. So, Mic Drop's so sick because Hillary she loves history and she loves to know about the areas. When she travels, she's one of those people that like goes up to the monument and like reads the shit. She'll go to like a city, she'll go to another country and then do the tours. I know she did one of the tours yesterday. It was like hours, but she brings her kids with her and they get to learn all the history and all this stuff. So it's really, really fucking cool. And then because she learns so much about them, she does like ghost tours. So they do a ghost tour in Plano, Texas.
Okay.
They do a ghost tour. They do a tour here, and they're doing one of the tours right now. That's what you can hear.
Oh, okay.
And I think it starts here in the club because there's a lot of like on the walls. There's a lot of pictures with a little bit of information. And that person right now, I think they're going around and giving you the history and telling you about.
Okay.
So it's awesome, dude. It's a really cool.
It's
way to learn about
multicultural,
all the history.
things. Yeah, in this room. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I was gonna say. So I wanted to get to you on the questions and the trivia questions.
Okay.
We do trivia. And let's see, test your knowledge.
All right, let's do it.
So you want a week 13. So here we go. Week 13's questions. Okay. Did I wait? Oh shit. I mean, I'm wait. We're doing
You're
it.
good. We're good, dude.
Actually, I gave week 13 already to Ronnie earlier today.
I don't even know what any of that means.
Okay, so then you want to do it anyways?
No, but what does that mean, week 13?
Questions. I have like weeks of like up to week 13 in questions. Each week has a different 10 set of trivia questions.
Okay. So just give me a week that hasn't been done yet.
All right, let's see. Let's go with week 8.
I don't think that I'm really good at trivia though. But we'll find out. I'm not good with people like questions.
Oh yeah. He said I fold under pressure. No. No. So okay, here goes. What does the PS stand for in on letters?
Oh, okay. So when someone's like, "Oh, PS." Okay. PS. Please?
No. PS stands for postscript.
Postscript. No, I was trying to hint like is please the first word and then S is something else, but no.
Oh yeah. Okay.
What is it? Postscript.
Postscript.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what PS stands for. Okay. What is the capital of New Jersey? What happened?
Jersey
no,
City?
It's okay. You can talk. Yeah. Oh, you good? No, you're fine. I'll edit. I'm gonna edit. Yeah.
You're good. Oh, okay. So New Jersey. Is it Newark?
It is Trenton.
Trenton, New Jersey. Fuck, that's right. See, I'm not good.
Oh, did it fall? Oh, it messed up, huh?
No, it's good, right?
No, it's good. It's good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's Trenton.
Trenton, New Jersey.
So, number 3. Well, it's funny because like you just said you were injured in Bayonne, but that was years ago. Huh? I was surprised on how nice Jersey was too myself. Actually, now thinking about it, since we're talking about
There's
Detroit.
some really nice parts of Jersey. Really nice.
Yeah, I thought it was all gonna be like like concrete and just like.
But there's some shitholes too. Like some part, like there's parts of Jersey City that are really not that great. Just like every city,
It was like
Newark.
I went to I went to Newark. I went to Lodi. I was rolling around over at Passaic, and then went down to the shore, and then we went to do a radio show one time, and we had to like drive all the way into like this woodsy ass area.
And I was like, some nice spot, but it's nice, like nice homes up there. Very
it was so crazy because on this drive there was like this little bakery on the side of the road. And I was like, let's stop there. And so we stopped there, and I just got one of the best. It was a bomb ass apple donut, and it was so good. And they had like cannoli that they fresh cannoli. I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah, New York, New Jersey are so like their baked goods and shit. Like
ridiculous.
Their bakeries are amazing.
Yeah. Here's question 3.
Okay.
Who won the last World Cup in 2022?
What week is this? Are we doing?
This is week. We're doing week 8.
Let's do week 7. World Cup, dude. I don't know.
So far, you haven't got one yet.
Dude, I think it's the week though. I hate 8. Here, we'll start with what's the first question of week 7? Let me see if I can get that.
All right, the first question of week 7 is how many Indiana Jones films are there?
4.
No, it's 5.
Fuck, but I'm getting closer. Let's stick with week 7.
Okay. I'll stick with week 7. Fuck it.
All right.
It says, name the original colors of all the Power Rangers.
Oh, see, here we go. I was playing the fucking Power Rangers video game on the way on my flight here.
Okay.
I got one of those little retro arcade game, like consoles, thing. So there's the Black Ranger, the Blue Ranger, the Red Ranger, the White Ranger, and the Pink Ranger. And the yellow. Then there was a Yellow Ranger too, but
you said red, blue, yellow, pink, black,
and there was white also.
You forgot green.
Oh, and the Green Ranger too. Remember that guy?
Because green turned into white.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
So they got rid of the green, and then was a white.
Yeah, and it became the White Power Ranger.
Oh, so the originals, the white wasn't included in the original.
I don't think PC nowadays. The White Power Ranger.
Well, at least they didn't get.
He didn't like the Black Ranger. At all.
I think it was too controversial at the time. Maybe they were like, we can't have a Black Ranger and a White Ranger.
All right, here we go. Number 3.
But
what?
The yellow.
Yeah.
The yellow.
She died.
Ranger was played by an Asian woman.
Yeah. They're all, the Black Ranger was a black dude.
Ranger was a black guy. It's funny that they made her the Yellow Ranger. That was, you know what I'm saying?
She died in a car accident.
That's awful.
That was crazy. And then
yeah, so sad.
And I think I don't know if the other ones died or anything like that.
I was watching an interview the other day. It was the Black Power Ranger. He's all grown up now. It's pretty recent. It was like a year ago or so. And I can't remember if it was the Blue or the Red Ranger. One of the guys.
Probably Blue.
And they were talking in real life, and they were actually talking about how little money they made and how taken advantage of they were, and then the movies were coming out, and it's pretty crazy. You should definitely
I'd check it out.
Yeah, it's definitely it was interesting. But I don't know if I got that one right or wrong. I'll just say
we'll give it to you.
Okay.
You need one. You need one. Yeah. So number 3, Noah Wiley is a star of what 2 shows based about hospitals?
Was he in ER? Is he in ER?
Yeah.
And then he's on that new one that's on the streaming service. Let me think about that for a second. That
on
was,
HBO, yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I was just on a really long flight, and the girl next to me watched the entire thing, and then I was watching it while I was playing my little retro console, and then I came home and I told my wife about it, and then she watched it. She watched 2 seasons of it. It's called,
it's really good.
You watched it?
Yeah. I watched. Matter of fact, me and my wife watched it, and so the new season's not going to come out for a while. And I was like, if you want to get your fix, this is pretty much ER. So and so we've been watching ER. She's been loving ER.
Isn't that one season's one day or something? Like
that?
Yeah,
one season's a day.
I just forgot the name of it. Don't tell me. Let's go to the next question, and when it comes to me, I'll come back.
I'll give you a hint.
Yeah, is it P? Is it start with the P?
It's named after kind of a city.
It's named after kind of a city?
Well, the city is in the name of the show that they're in.
Okay.
I don't know if it was supposed to work out this way, but it did work out this way. So the show's name, the city that it's in, the show, you could even say it's a nickname too.
What's it start? What's the first letter?
You got it right, the
I
P.
did P. Let's move on. I'll come back. It'll hit me.
How about the
Don't
Steelers play there?
What's that?
The Steelers play there.
What is it? What the fuck is the name of that show, dude? I mean, it's
Penn? Why would it be Penn? The Steelers play.
But it's not Pittsburgh.
They play in Pittsburgh.
I know, but it's not. But I'm not.
The show's called.
It's not Pit.
The Pit.
The fucking Pit, dude.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that's right. The Pit.
Dude, watch you to try to figure that out.
No, I knew that. I know that Pittsburgh played, but I was then thinking about maybe just Pennsylvania because that starts with the P too, and Pittsburgh's in Pennsylvania? Because I wasn't thinking Pittsburgh. Like the show's not called fucking Pittsburgh.
And you're like, but the pit. It doesn't make
Okay,
sense.
Yeah. My bad. Shit.
Okay, so
Terrible. Okay.
number 4.
Yeah.
How many tablespoons are in a stick of butter?
Oh fuck, dude. 4.
8. What year did the iPhone come out?
2007.
Boom.
I know that shit. I know tech shit.
You know tech
I
shit.
know tech shit.
Oh, then I have a. Okay, I'll maybe if it's on this one, or maybe
What is
not. The question I'll ask you to at the end.
Okay.
Who is on the $50 bill?
Franklin
No, it's Ulysses Grant.
Grant.
What does DOA stand for?
Dead on arrival.
Yeah, there it is. You got 3 right?
All
Yeah,
right.
3 so
All right.
far. It says in blackjack, an ace is valued at what 2 numbers?
A 1 or an 11.
Boom, nice. 4. All right. What was Kevin Hart's first comedy special titled?
Oh god. Oh man. It started with a B? No.
No.
I can remember.
It's called I'm a Grown Little Man.
Oh shit.
And this is the 10th question, the final question. You want to wager all your points?
Put it all on it.
Put it all on the line.
Let it go.
It says, what failed music streaming service was founded by rapper Jay-Z?
Title.
Yeah. Boom. Tech stuff. Yeah. So I had this one question that I wrote
Okay.
down, and it's a tech question. It's pretty hard, though. And it was, what number iPhone did they skip?
9.
Yeah. Do you know why?
Because they went to the X and then they just continued. From
Yeah,
there.
because they wanted to celebrate the 10th year of the iPhone because it was 2000. Yeah. That's so funny. Yeah. They skipped 9. I've always remembered that too, and I was like, this would be a great question. This is gonna stump somebody. You got it so fast. That's awesome.
Yeah, I remember that they skipped 9. I'm good with all the tech shit. I know things like that. I'm not good with I'm not really that good with everything else.
I'm not really good at
movies.
human.
What was the World Cup winner? Where was it?
Argentina.
Oh, I was gonna say Argentina. Fuck, dude, I should have just said it.
Man, but I was gonna say, are you gonna be somewhere anytime soon, or are your socials and stuff?
Yeah, so you can follow me on Instagram at Shaun Baker Said It. And I spell my name SHAUN Said It. Like I said that shit. Like I said it. Who said I said it? Shaun Baker Said It. I'm also a wedding photographer, so if you're looking for some photos and stuff, check out my Shaun Baker 35 on Instagram. I'm in San Diego. I perform at Mic Drop, Comedy Store La Jolla a lot.
Right on. Well, thanks for doing this, man. Appreciate it.
Brother.
I know.